Yeah, good morning from Red River Gorge, Coomer Ridge Campground. It is Saturday, February 28th, and we had a nice, beautiful weekend coming up here. So we decided to come on out and have a good time. Got one of the last sites I was open here at Coomer Ridge last night. Just had a nice, peaceful evening, nice and warm. Now we're up making some breakfast before we head out for the day. I suspect it's going to be packed here during the day today because it's supposed to get up to like, I don't know, mid-60s or something, and sunny. So it's going to be busy. So we'll see if we can get a parking spot at one of the trailheads. For breakfast, we got some bacon cooking. I got some cinnamon rolls going in the Omnia. Got my coffee already. Trying out my new 426 Coleman stove. The 3 burners is already coming in handy where I can keep the 2 things cooking and still have the 3rd burner to make coffee and heat up some water for some hot chocolate when they get out of bed. Other than that, just kind of a lazy morning so far. Got my solar panels out. Already charged up or topped off my phone, topping off the battery bank now. And here in a few minutes we'll eat some breakfast, get the kids actually out of bed and moving, and then we'll go see what the day has for us. Well, after a lazy breakfast, we finally made it out to the trailhead. Got the last legal parking spot out here at the Pinch 'em Tight trailhead parking. So we're all packed up and we're gonna head off. We're gonna go try to find Corrosion Cove Overlook first, and then make our way around to Gray's Arch. It's been a long time since I've been down there, actually. In a couple of years. So we're about to go hit the trail. I made it to the end of Rush Ridge Trail. Made it out to Rough Trail now. If we went to the right, it would actually be a pretty neat trail because it dips down, and then there's a really cool spot where water comes out of the side of the rock, Harrison. The water just comes straight out of the rock. But I don't think we're not going that way today. We're going to go make the loop around to Gray's Arch and then come back around with maybe a side quest. Okay, so change plans. We actually did go right on Rough Trail, and Rough Trail continues off to the right here down the hill, but instead I think we're going to go this way to the left and head out to the Corrosion Cove Overlook. We've never been out there, but I hear it's a nice backpacking spot, so we're gonna go check it out. I think we made it to the end of the ridge here at the Corrosion Cove Overlook. Went through one campsite a little bit back on the ridge, and then now here's the one out on the end. And I think the trail loops on out a little bit further, so we'll go all the way out to the end. And we made it out to the Corrosion Cove Overlook. It's pretty cool. Small little point after a couple campsites.
That's a bad thing. They get a fee.
And I'll double check the map, but I'm assuming that right over there is probably the Pinch 'em Tight Gap, which would mean that Hanson's Point's right over that way too. Probably on the other side of that ridge you can't see, but I'm assuming that is Pinch 'em Tight Gap, and that's Revenue's Rock. I'll pull up the map and check. Okay, so correction, looked at the map, and this right here is Revenue's Rock. It's the backside. That right there is Pinch 'em Tight Gap, and then that's where the trail ends, and then Hanson's Point's on back, pointing back the other way, kind of with my finger. You can't see it from here. So I wonder,
Right there.
I almost wonder if maybe that's then Chimney Top Rock. Let me check.
I see a chimney.
Okay, so last update. No, that is just a random ridge on the other side of the river. Chimney Top Rock would be on back around, over back that way, where you can't really quite see it. On the other side there of the Revenue's Rock is kind of blocking it. So still a cool overlook out here. Neat spot. Surprised there's nobody out here backpacking. Beautiful morning. Watch, this is up to 57 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. And we're back to the rough trail, to the right. We head back up the short little spot up the hill. And then we're going to turn around and start going right back down. And we made it back into society. Made it to Gray's Arch. And I think I saw around the corner, yeah, there's still some snow and ice tucked up in this corner. Can't talk today. Made it to Gray's Arch. Along with 150 other people. And Gray's Arch is actually clear for a minute. Only us here. Well, we just finished up our snacks, and I think we're going to start making our way back. And we're back at the parking lot. Walk right around here to the car.
My feet. Oh, my back.
So the parking lot is empty now because all the cars are just parking along the road. So the actual legal parking spots are empty because everybody's illegally parking. Make it make sense. It's a few hours later. We ended up getting back to the car, did 4.85 miles. Bounced around a little bit when we stopped down in the valley, so maybe more like 4 3/4. A little under 3.5 hours. But we got back to the car and just in time for my cats to avenge their loss down in Nashville and beat up on the Vanderbilt. So that was a good win. And then after that game was over, we went and processed a bunch of firewood. We got that ready for tonight. Then we've just been kind of sitting around, being lazy this afternoon. The sun's starting to set. So here in a little bit, we'll be starting up the fire when it cools off, making some dinner, and just hanging out tonight. And in the morning, we'll get up and make breakfast and pack up and probably head home.